Welcome everyone to Star Flag Media and to part 4 of our Nintendo GameCube Collection guide and reviews. This week we're gonna start off with some sports titles and end up in survivor horror. Again, we're gonna end up with some really good games in this list and a couple that kind of are middle of the ground. As always, we want to thank you for being here and let's get this show on the road. NBA Street is based on 3-on-3 street basketball. Aside from the basic structure of basketball, players try to collect trick points, which are scored through the use of almost every basketball game maneuver, such as doing fancy dribble moves, faking out defenders, shot blocking, diving for the ball, and dunking. If a team fills their trick meter, they get to perform a game breaker, which is a special shot that not only adds to their score, but it subtracts the amount from the opponent's score. Single player mode is called City Circuit and involves making a user-created player, touring famous American locations, and picking up teammates from NBA rosters along the way. This game felt like a true sequel to the NBA Jam series. NBA Street is an 8 out of 10. NBA Street Volume 2 is a sequel to NBA Street and falls in line with the same 3-on-3 street basketball mentality. The notable difference in this game is new trick moves and dunks, as well as introducing a level 2 game breaker. Players will also earn rewards after every game that they win, which can be used to purchase many rewards such as players, jerseys, and courts. If players win a certain number of games, some rewards will be automatically unlocked. In addition to Street Legends, players can also unlock NBA Legends, including Larry Bird and Julius Erving's, among others. NBA Street Volume 2 is another 8 out of 10. NBA Street Volume 3 focuses again on the arcade-style basketball 3-on-3 series. This time, what made this game stand out for me as a GameCube player was the addition of Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach as playable characters. This was part of a deal that Nintendo had with EA Sports to have intellectual properties appear in EA franchises. Later on, we'll go over some games that also featured more Mario or Nintendo characters from the EA Big series. NBA Street Volume 3 overall gets an 8 out of 10.
No question, Mario's game is big.
Need for Speed Underground is a 2003 racing video game and the 7th installment in the Need for Speed series. The player begins the game in a circuit race set in Olympic City, driving a white Honda Acura Integra Type R. Unlike previous Need for Speed games, which featured sports cars and exotics, Underground features vehicles associated with the import scene. It was the first game in the series to offer a career mode that features a comprehensive storyline, and a garage mode that allowed players to fully customize their cars with a large variety of brand name, performance, and visual upgrades. All races take place in a fictional Olympic city. Underground was critically and commercially acclaimed, and was followed by the following game in our video. Need for Speed Underground gets a 9 out of 10. Need for Speed Underground 2 came out in 2004, again published by Electronic Arts. The game entails tuning cars for street races. Resuming the Need for Speed Underground storyline, Need for Speed Underground 2 provides several new features such as broader customization, new methods of selecting races set in a city known as Bayview, and the game stars Brooke Burke as the voice of Rachel Teller, who guides the player throughout the game. The game's storyline is presented in a comic book strip. There's also a Nintendo DS port that introduces a new feature which the player can design custom decals on the touchscreen. This game is a must-have for any race enthusiast that has a Nintendo GameCube. Need for Speed Underground 2 is a 9 out of 10. So far, so good. We're about halfway through the list for this video. Need for Speed Underground is one of my all-time favorite games. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think is your favorite so far. NHL Hitz 2002 is an arcade-style ice hockey video game released by Midway. It is the first game of the NHL Hitz series, which Midway launched similar to the game NFL Blitz. This video game was launched for both Xbox and GameCube and was also released on the PS2. It differs from traditional NHL games in that it does not try to accurately simulate real-life ice hockey. The rules are much more relaxed, and the attributes of the players are dramatically increased, giving this game such a great arcade feel. The game features 3 players on the ice for each team, and you can get crazy fights that were included in the game. The rules are such greatly differed from the NHL that this game is just full-out arcade ice hockey hits. NHL Hitz is an 8 out of 10. PN03, or Product Number 3, is a 2003 third-person shooter developed and published by Capcom for the Nintendo GameCube, originally set as one of Capcom's Big 5 exclusive GameCube games. This game features a player called Vanessa Z. Schneider, a freelance mercenary working on a colonized planet. She's contracted by a mysterious client to destroy computerized amendment management systems, robots, and that have gone berserk. This game featured a cool white aesthetic, very rarely seen back then in that era. Also great graphics and fairly decent gameplay that was almost rhythm-based, with dodging being a huge gameplay mechanic. I thoroughly enjoyed this game, even though it was poorly received. In my opinion, Product Number 3 is an 8 out of 10. Pac-Man Vs. is Nintendo's spin on the Pac-Man series. It was designed by Shigeru Miyamoto and Nintendo EAD as a tech demo, originally, to show off the capabilities of the GameCube link cable. People can control Pac-Man on the Game Boy Advance and link it to the Nintendo GameCube, where 3 other players using standard controllers then get to control the ghosts on the screen, who get a minimized view of the maze. Pac-Man Vs. was a huge, fun game to play amongst us when we were all gathered around the couch. This game is a must-have, especially if you manage to get yourself a GameCube link cable and the Game Boy Advance. There is fun to be had here a long way. So, Pac-Man Vs. is an 8 out of 10. Pikmin is a 2001 real-time strategy puzzle game developed and published by Nintendo for the GameCube. The game was originally created and produced by Shigeru Miyamoto, and is the first entry in the Pikmin series. The main goal is to get your character, named Captain Olimar, back to his ship and discover parts as he crashes on a mysterious planet. This game had stunning graphics at the time. You get control of these small creatures called Pikmin that have different abilities. Red Pikmin, for example, can withstand flames. Yellow Pikmin are electric, and blue Pikmin can go into the water. This game was fantastic at the time, and in my opinion, a must-have for the Nintendo GameCube. Pikmin gets a 9 out of 10. Well, there you have it. Part 4 of our Nintendo GameCube guide collection and reviews. What was your favorite game out of the ones that we reviewed today? Please leave a comment below, like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. We're on our way to 1,500 subscribers. Let us know what you want to see next. What game are you most excited for? Which was your favorite GameCube game so far? As always, I'm Anthony with Star Flag Media, and I will catch you next time.